Hello, it's Pi here, and today I am going to skin and repair this. Hopefully you can see that alright. This is the classic 1998 talking Pikachu plush. I actually have two of these guys here. Both of them work as they are supposed to, except for this guy is very, very dirty and is in desperate need of cleaning, as well as his ears. They don't exactly move the way they're supposed to. As you can see, they're pretty floppy ears. This guy's ears are nice and tough. They also move a lot better, whereas this guy, who is not turned on at the moment, his ears only slightly move. And I'm going to turn on a better light real quick. Alright, that's a bit better. Still a bit desaturated, but not much to be done about that. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn these little guys off, just because they can be a bit annoying. I'm going to be opening this one, the dirty one, and not this one. And I actually spent an hour and a half researching this and could not find even a picture of what these guys look like on the inside, so I actually don't know what to expect. Most of the time when I open things to repair them, I know what's going to be in it and what I'm going to be seeing, and with these guys I have no idea what I'm going to be seeing. Hopefully I have all the tools I need here. If you're watching this on Twitch, sorry if my phone thing shows up every now and then. It's because it's plugged into my computer to charge. And sorry for any background noise there might be. Like, I have dog and birds and stuff, and I don't really notice it too much. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first thing, I was looking at this guy earlier, and with plushies, they have to flip him inside out, or right side out, because they sew him inside out, and there has to be a place where a person went back in to fix that hole. So for these guys, it's right here on the back of the head. Don't know if you can really see. It's right there. It shows up better on this guy because he's not quite so dirty. You can actually see the hand stitch marks. Typically they use a ladder stitch. So I'm just going to take this is a seam ripper, and I'm just going to cut that open. Hopefully. Also, this guy's tail isn't attached. He's in quite the state of disrepair. This guy's older than I am. Alright, so I'm just gonna find, and I don't want to cut the actual material on these guys, because I do want to put him back together afterwards. And look at that, he just opens up real nice. These guys are also slightly cursed. You can check out my Discord if you want the full story on that. So as you can see, because of the way seams are, there's a little bit inside. Just the comparison of, just shaded a little bit, just this dirty compared to this brand new clean. Just even the color, the texture is different. Just everything about it is quite different. Alright, so I've got all the human seams out. They actually left a very large seam for this, as you can see. Yeah. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to remove the batteries from this case, just so that there's no chance of me electrocuting myself. My other one, this guy here, I have replaced the batteries in him, and there wasn't any acid. This guy, I actually haven't even opened this yet, so I don't know if there will be any battery acid, but with something this old, I would expect it. So I'll just... Oh, no! We got brand new shiny batteries? Look at that! Whoever had them before me replaced the batteries. Nice. The batteries I got out of these guys, they expired in 2005. These ones expire in 2025, so they're new batteries, which is actually quite nice. There's no acid in here, So that's actually a surprise. I expected to have to clean this out, but it's actually very clean inside of there. Alright, so then I'll just set these batteries aside, set that aside. We've even got the sticker inside. Like, the battery compartment's the cleanest part of this guy. Alright, and now we can see the inside of the battery compartment there. The next thing I'm going to do is pull all of his stuffing out, his guts, as I call them. And I will be reusing the original stuffing, probably, although I might have to add some more of my own just because this guy's been so loved. His stuffing, it tends to compress, and then you have to add more when you're repairing. So I'll also be taking pictures as I go along for Tumblr and whatnot, various social media websites. Put this over here behind the computer. Alright, I want to make sure and get all the stuffing out, just so that I don't have bits of stuffing everywhere. So he's got stuffing packed into quite a few places. Currently, this is what he looks like on the inside. So you can see he does have stuffing up here. He has stuffing in his cheeks here, behind the eyes. Hopefully this guy comes out as a skin and an electronic, and the electronic isn't part of the skin. I'm worried about his cheeks might be part of it. But I'm not sure what to think. So you can see this is the thing that the ears move right here. This is his sound box. His ear thing is clogged with stuffing, which is probably something the manufacturer didn't consider with something being this old. That his ears would clog. So this guy, he's got like a long tube in it, and I see that we have that tube with this Pikachu, but it's been bent. Somebody probably must have dropped him, or didn't like his ear moving and pushed it down. So it looks like it's just a simple little pull, and I can actually just straighten it, and then that'll go back up in his ear. So that's nice that I don't have to. I figured it was plastic and had snapped off. Like I said, I can't find anything of these guys online. And it looks like that's the case for the other one. It's just bent at a little 90-degree angle here. Can you see that? There we go. Bent at a little 90-degree angle. And I'm just gonna straighten it up like that. So now when I put this back in, it should go back into his ear nicely and work as it's supposed to. And you can actually get some insight into how they sewed the stripes. So the stripes are actually not sewn on top of the yellow, but they're part of the same skin. See, when I make a Pikachu, because I am a seamstress, I will just make all this yellow one solid seam and sew the brown on top, but they actually have it as part of it. It's actually a more complex way to sew that. So that is interesting. At this point, I can't pass, because of this little hole to keep it from going further in the plush, I can't pass the battery through the pouch, so I will have to probably cut the pouch. It looks like, okay, so right here in his face, it looks like where the, yeah, it's right here where the ear connects to the body. This plastic casing inside, you can see, has a little string attached, probably to keep it from falling down in the body. So I will have to reattach that. But in the meantime, grab my sewing scissors and just snip that. And you can see that this is now loose. And we do have some loose wires in here. Well, not loose, but like wrapped around things. So we do have to be careful about that. So I can just push that over there. And he does have the same thing on the other side. So I'll just reach in there, snip, And now it should be free. I'm just going to pull all the stuffing out of his face here. Just like that. And we do have a problem with the cheeks. Let me get some of this stuffing out of the way and I'll show you what's going on here. Because his cheeks do light up, we might run into technical difficulty cleaning that, because I don't know if I can actually remove this safely. So on the inside of him right now, we have the backs of the eyes, which are these, and these are just simple safety eyes. I see that they've gone double reinforced with the plastic backing, so they have 2 plastic backings on here, as you can see. I can't do that when I make plushies because they only give you 1 plastic backing per eye, but that's actually very smart, especially for things for small children. He's looking a little sad. His nose and mouth are just embroidered on, and his mouth, the way the mouth moves, is he has this little thing that moves back and forth, and it just pushes it in and out. And it is sewed on again so that it stays there. So I will have to reattach that bit. My stupid phone is pulling up the thing on the computer. Alright, so because there is embroidery at the same area, I am using my seam ripper, a little bit more control. So now, like I said, my little pouch here, it just has a hole in the sewing for that to come out. For my own use, I probably won't sew this back up, the little pouch here, because I know that I'm going to have this guy probably for the rest of his life. So I'll be careful with it, but if you're repairing this for a child or a friend, I would say definitely sew that pouch back up. Or even yourself if you are feeling clumsy. So it's actually, the seam that they use is actually a very strong seam, so I'm actually just going to cut through this yellow lining. I'm not cutting through the actual Pikachu here, just this yellow bag lining. Alright. I'm going to get at it from the other angle, so I make sure I only cut as much as I need, which would just be enough for this box to go through. So this is just simple cotton broadcloth in here. If you did have to cut it, you can just get this at a material store. It's like $2 to $3 a yard, and you could just easily make another pouch to replace it with. It's a little twisted around. There we go. And now we're just going to slide this through it and down into the body of our plush, and out it comes the other side. Alright, then I'll just shove that back in there for now. Alright, so now I do have a small amount of stuffing from the arms and the lower chin. These guys are rather chubby, so got lots of stuffing to deal with here. He does have, his string has been caught in one of his seams here. It seems by accident. That is actually, that's a manufacturer accident there. One of his strings sewing this line here had got caught around the back of his eye, which is interesting. I do that a lot when I'm sewing. It's just interesting to see it in a factory-made plush. But it's nothing to be worried about. It's actually perfectly normal for plush making, especially with eyes and noses and whatnot. Alright. And now, I'm noticing, does this not have it? He does. Right here on the forehead, there's a little circle, and I'm not sure what it does. Some more tech-savvy people might be able to help. It looks like it might be sound. So it's actually running and attaching there on the forehead, and it's tacked down with 3 little threads. So I'm just going to use my seam ripper, open those guys up. Here we go. And then pull some of this stuffing out. I might not be able to get all the stuffing, which is fine. I have a lot that I can use to replace it if it is damaged during wash. Alright, so now we've got this mostly skinned Pikachu with all the servos coming out of the back side of him. So I'm going to, it looks like there are 3 more attaching his mouth to the material, or there's 2 more and there was 3 total. I'm going to just quickly disconnect those. And those are just strings, so again, they can just be sewn back on easily. I'm just going to turn his head inside out so that you can see it, and now we get this terribly creepy Pikachu. As you can see here, these red, the red cheeks that light up are connected to the main circuit here. So I'm not sure. He's got rust in him, poor baby. I am not sure how I will be able to disconnect those. They do have a safety screw, which I can semi-pull off, but this guy, it is fused through the fabric. So at that point, I actually am not sure if, let me just disconnect this thread that got caught inside, if I would be able to safely disconnect that. However, there are regular Phillips screws on this internal thing, so I should be able to open that up. I'm just going to fully turn the Pikachu inside out, and that is interesting. See, we'll get a lot more of the stuffing out this way. He has a S, or possibly a 5, might be a 5, written, it's backwards on this screen, but in marker on the inside of his fabric that does not show on the outside. I'm not sure if that's a factory marking, because move this guy out of the way, left or right, or size, or something, maybe just a specific worker's mark or something. I'm not sure. It certainly is nothing I've ever seen. Oh, and there's another one. It looks like a 2. Cradle this right there. So it's probably helps them determine where to put certain things. You can see all the fuzzies on the end of the ear there. And this ear has nothing in it. So it was probably a kid who had this, and would push on the ears or something and just eventually bent those back down into the main body of this Pikachu. You can see the tip of the butt tag here, and as well as there's a bit of ribbon here, and I'm not sure what that is. This guy also has the ribbon. It's next to this little hole that I need to repair that was there when I got him. So there's actually 2 ribbons on this guy. So there's one there, and there is one right there. And I'm not sure what those are. I received both of these. Oh yeah, there's 2 ribbons on this. Oh, there's 3 on this guy. So it must be placement. I received both of these in the condition you see them in. Wow, he's so soft on the inside. This inside stripe, even compared to this one, my gosh, he's so soft. Like, it's even a different color. Just this compared to this. He is very dirty, and I'm hoping to make him less dirty. Just stay right there, please. Stay fuzzy. No, stay. Not sponsored. Alright. I wish it was sponsored. Alright, so now that we've got our terrifying Pikachu, I should just make that the the picture here. We'll just, you know, there's our picture. Alright. When you're sewing plushies, you actually kind of get used to what they look like on the inside out. I've made Pikachu plushies using a call pattern from the 90s that I actually bought used vintage on Etsy to make Pikachus, and I've made Pikachus and I sell them on my Etsy using this. It's an official Nintendo product, the pattern, meaning that technically my Pikachus are semi-official, but they are not made by Nintendo. It's kind of weird. Another thing I just noticed is he has a little blue mark in Sharpie right there, so I'm not sure what that is. And I also see he's got, that I forgot about, he has, that's hot glue in there, that is, okay. In his arms, I'll just turn him wrong side out, he has the little push bits. I could actually reposition those to be anywhere I want on this plush, as you'd only have to push in one side. I will leave them in the hands, most likely, but I'm just going to use my seam ripper. Each one of them is connected with 2 little marks, so you can see this is what it looks like, disconnected. Just disconnect the other one as well. One of the things about doing this is you have to remember where everything goes when you're finished. I have gotten things taken apart. I mainly take apart video games, consoles and stuff to fix them. And I've taken things completely apart only to realize when it's time to put it back together that I have completely forgotten where most of it goes. So that was embarrassing. I'm actually really tempted, and I will do it. I'm going to put the batteries back in here. Don't try this at home, this is not safe. And see what this guy does. He's probably going to be very loud, without all the fluff around his sound box. We're just going to turn this guy on, and, oh god, that scared me. This is what Pikachu looks like on the inside, kids. And you can see his cheeks are still lighting up over here. Oh, so this is a sensor. Yeah, that's what that does. This is a motion type sensor. It must be for like when you're petting his head. Interesting. This one has hot glue in the back of it for some reason. Probably to hold the wires in place, but yeah. This is your beloved Pikachu. Bask in its glory. Alright. Turn this guy off. Remove these batteries again so I don't get electrocuted. Now, so now I've got everything disconnected except for the cheeks. And I don't think I would... Oh, his cheeks are just a simple LED that's held in place by hot glue. Let me see if I can get this close enough to my computer to register in this terrible lighting. So it's just a little red LED in there with a little teeny bit of hot glue holding the wire in place. Wow, okay. So I can actually use my seam ripper on this to pick that hot glue out. This is ingenious, for one, because it does allow the plush to be washed separate of the electronics, but also kind of stupid, I guess. I mean, this could get dislodged and ruin the whole plush. It could cause short circuits. But that does mean I will have to get out my hot glue gun when I put them back together. I just don't want to stab the wire. I would rather not have to redo wiring tonight. I've done it before, it's just tedious. Alright, so just getting all that glue out. I have 0 editing skills, so I'm sorry, I don't know, put this video on high speed. I might use my screwdriver, just to kind of force this hot glue out. It's just a little teeny bit, but it's been in there for the last 20-something years. Alright, and there we have it. Our LED is out. So as you can see, it's just a little tiny LED that just fits down this hole right there. Alright, so I'll just do that with same thing with the other one. The other one's a bit better cemented in there. They did put quite a lot more hot glue on this side. It's still a very interesting process to use hot glue. I mean, it's not something I would have ever considered. I don't typically mix hot glue with wiring, but heck, if this works, I could use this for my Game Boy. This morning I had to replace the batteries in this Pikachu over here, and I didn't have any AA's, so I just went and grabbed the AA's out of my Game Boy. So I was using the batteries from one 90s Tech to put it in the other one. The funny thing is, the game in my Game Boy was Pokemon Green, which is a pretty fun Pokemon. I think my favorite is Silver. Green is good, it's just hard to read and play because I don't speak Japanese very fluently. I can read it, but I don't speak very well. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, they've got the hot glue really deep on this one, whereas on the other one was just towards the top. But this will definitely make washing him a lot easier. This guy's watching in horror. He's just, look at this. He's horrified. His expression is horrified. Alright, I almost got it out. Just kind of work it a little bit. This is technical use of a seam ripper here. Almost got it. Yeah, they did have a significantly large amount of hot glue on that side. Alright, and now that one's out. And now we have completely separated the internal Pikachu from the skin here. So now, if you wanted just a normal Pikachu plush that didn't talk, you could actually just have a Pikachu. You could stuff this like a regular plush, and just have a Pikachu plush if you wanted. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to wash this guy. So what I'm going to go do now is get a bowl, and I am going to fill the bowl with warm water, and a very small amount of fabric detergent. So I will be right back. In the meantime, buddies. Oops. I'm going to move all my electronical stuff out of the way of the bowl first. Okay. here's the warm water, and I'm a bit nervous, so close to here, so I'm going to move it back. USB device not recognized. It's my phone, idiot. Alright, I'm going to move this guy over here so he doesn't have any chance of becoming wet. So this is just warm water with the smallest little drop of laundry detergent. I use just what we normally use, which is small. So I'm just going to take this guy and straight in the water. And now we have a wet boy. Oh my gosh, the water just turned on. So for this, you're just going to want to put him in and just kind of gently press on him and then pull it out. Try not to wring it too much or anything like that. This water is so dirty already. Alright, just gently push him in and push him against the bottom. And you're just giving him a nice massaging bath. And he's just a good wet boy. His colors shouldn't bleed. He's old enough that they should be set. His tail, it looks like it might lose a little bit of the brown because it was printed and not sewn. Once I finish cleaning him, I will have to end this video because I will have to dry him in the dryer, and then I will record a video, a second part of me putting him back together, which will probably be a lot shorter. So yeah, I'm probably going to finish cleaning this dude off camera. Here he is right now. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you did. Watch the next video, assuming it's up. Leave a comment below. Whatever. I don't know. Subscribe to my Discord. Or become part of my Discord. I don't know. Alright. Bye. With my wet hand.